How not to get sued.
How not to get sued.
How not to get sued.
Hello, my name is Zach Lerner with Lerner Venture Law. My tip on how to not get sued as a startup is simply to not steal anything from any other company or any other person. Make sure anything you develop is original or properly licensed, and work with an attorney to properly document any other transactions you or the company enter into.
Mitty Duffy from Sutton, Thayer & Brown. One, if you're going to start a company, make sure you form a legal entity, whether that be an LLC or a corporation, to make sure you've at least got that initial level of liability protection you're going to need. Number two, to the extent that your company is going to rely on technology, you want to make sure that you've got all that intellectual property locked up in your corporation by assignment agreements, and that you've got all the patents, software, trademark that you're going to need. So make sure you've got ironclad assignment agreements, particularly if some of the IP is coming from parties that aren't going to be associated with your company, such as third-party developers. Third, make sure you've got a clear understanding between the founders as to what the deal is between them, particularly in a limited liability company where a lot of the terms are subject to negotiation. You'll want to make sure to understand the ownership, voting, control rights, and what happens if one of you leaves early. So you'll want to make sure that to go into a lot of detail as to what the particular rights and responsibilities of each of the parties is.
Hi, my name is Andrew Baranowski from Sutton, Thayer & Brown. And if I could give young startups two pieces of advice about how to avoid getting sued, it would be get everything down on paper and don't move too fast. With regard to getting things down on paper, this speaks to agreements with third parties, agreements among the founders of your company, and just pretty much everything you do in the course of your business. You don't want to rely on handshake agreements down the line, especially if litigation comes up. Regarding not moving too fast, I would just say take some time early in the process, breathe, and think about where you want your company to be in the future. What you want your exit strategy to be, how you want to take on new investors, and lay some of the groundwork early on so that you don't have to rush to do it later down the line.